Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk About Votes. I'm your host, Star Swift, and today we are talking with Joe Collins, currently running for Congress for the 43rd District. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. Um, I want to introduce the people to you because a lot of my viewers contacted me about you because they did not know. It's like, well, who's this? So I want to introduce who you are. Um, what do you want potential voters to know about you that you feel they may not already know?
Um, Hey, that's a good question. Everyone knows I'm from South Central Los Angeles, born and raised. 13 years in the military, and I am retired now, so I could be anywhere in the world, but I'm here with you.
Thank you.
But no, I mean, I want to rebuild my community. I think it's important that young people start stepping up and take a real leadership role in our communities. And not only do I want to represent the community I grew up in, but I also want to be that leader that young people can look up to as an example of how to take charge and be a leader in your community.
Okay. Well, I love to hear that. I really do. What motivated you to run for Congress this election? This election year. This is a big election year. So much is happening. We're all waiting every month for something new to pop off. So, this election year, what motivated you to run for Congress?
I got out the military at the end of 2017, and so I wanted to continue service. So the best way to do that is in the community that you grew up in. And when you look around South LA, you look at the lack of opportunities for education, how our community is steadily being ran down. You look at who's been the leadership or the most influential leader in that area, and it's been Maxine Waters. And so, she's getting up in age. I want somebody to be in office who have a vested interest in seeing our community thrive, seeing the people excel, and someone who's actually from the community. So that was my go ahead to run for office.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, also with COVID-19 changing our voting experience and the current civil and political matters at hand, how do you feel it's affecting voters, like with their mental mind and how they're dealing with it?
I don't think it affects voters at all because we have a low voter turnout. What would affect voters is actually getting out the vote. That's the most
Mm,
important thing. I mean, you look at the numbers. We got 750,000 people that live in the 43rd district, some of which 390,000 people are registered to vote, and only we have a 175,000 person voter turnout. And that's less than 20%. Well, right around 20% of the amount of people that we have in our community. So I mean, a lot of people complain about things, but at the end of the day, who's really taking action?
right. That's so true. So true. And what is your plan and strategy to help the community if elected?
I want to continue to be visible. I want to continue to be a leader. Everybody knows, like we should know that whenever you are in Congress, you don't just create policy for the community or influence for the community. The policy you create affects our country and the entire world. But as a freshman, you don't get that much say so. So I want to take the opportunity to really rebuild our community and put more quality jobs, more economic development, and fix our education system. I think our education is like one of the most important things that we can
Yes.
do. And we have a 22% graduation rate from college. So all the kids who say they're going to college, we know they're not graduating from college. So we need to put trade and tech jobs back into our schools so students can learn something outside of going to college. They can get directly into fields of interest.
Right. I totally agree. And we have a lot of first time voters coming out this year.
We better.
I hope so. It's so many
Yes.
first time voters that I've actually been contacted by a man who's 42 and he watched my show and emailed me and told me, because you're telling me what's going on, I'm gonna vote this year. Sent
Yeah.
me a picture of him with his card and everything. So I'm excited about that. If
Good.
we can
Good.
reach one at least, but we need more. What
Yeah.
is in your own words, why is voting important for the viewers to know?
Because anything that you want to happen, it's only going to happen through voting. Everybody always says, "Well, I'm gonna stay out of the politics," or "I don't want to get political," this, that, or the other. But everything from potholes in the streets to if your child can go to a public or private school, it comes through voting. Politicians make the laws, and if you don't exercise your voting powers, and we're going to have the same catastrophe in California continuously. I mean, like high taxes, high cost of living, all of this stuff. So we have to vote. We have to exercise that voting power.
You're right. And my last question to you, sir, is what is the best advice you can give for people voting this election and why they should vote for you?
Uh, the best advice I can give is to vote for someone new. And the reason why I say that is because you've already the politician we have in office has been in office for a very long time, aside from Mike Garcia, who just won up in Northern California. But our politicians been in office for a very long time, and they've done absolutely nothing for us, and they've got comfortable doing nothing for us, and we've gotten comfortable allowing them to do nothing for us. So vote for somebody new. Stop voting for the same people over and over and over again. Because especially if you want to complain about a problem, you can't complain about a problem and then elect the person who is the problem to solve that problem, because it's not going to happen.
I agree. Well, I'm glad that you came and took some time with me. See how quick and painless that was?
That was fun. If you slide over to the right, maybe about a foot, you can get a virtual background like this right here.
I need to. I'm
Yeah.
working on it. I am working on it. I swear I'm working on it. I'm so glad that you took some time with me today. I thank you.
Absolutely.
And thanks for coming on to Let's Talk About Votes. I'm your host. Thank you, Joe Collins, for coming. And that's a wrap.
This is a Swift production.